Welcome to Mystical Perspectives. I'm your host, Reverend Cindy Paulos, and this is a time where we go over some wonderful subjects that hopefully will bring you some peace and power and inspiration. I'm talking today about spiritual mind power affirmations, and the subject today is going to be on memories of loved ones, past and future, focusing on those that we have possibly lost touch with or have passed on. The subject today is based on this book by Dr. Paulos Masters, which I've been going through for about a year, Spiritual Mind Power Affirmations. It's available on Amazon, and you can also get it at metaphysics.com. And I've been a teacher and follower of Dr. Paulos Masters since I was about 14. He began teaching me when I was about 14 years old into meditation. And interestingly enough, I began when my mother had questions about, is there life after death? And she found out about Dr. Paulos Masters and his teachings in Los Angeles, and I started going to classes at that time. And it's been a fascinating journey ever since. Let's start with some of the affirmations, and then we're going to go into some depth into the subject of loved ones who may not be here in body anymore as well. Starting with past memories. In my heart, I honor the memory of those I have loved and those dear to me who have passed on or are no longer part of my physical life, yet remain an eternal part of God's presence within me, with which I am one. It's always interesting when I hear people who have had a death of a close friend or relative or someone they love, and they say sometimes they want closure. To me, that presence, I never close off. I always leave an open door to the spirit of that presence, because there really, to me, is no death. There's just this energy, this amazing energy that keeps changing forms, right? And is here for a little while in a time-stamp body. You know, we have an expiration date. We don't always know what that expiration date is. But even though we know this, sometimes we don't look at the spirit. We think when the body dies, that's the end of it all, which really isn't the case at all. The most important part, the soul, lives on in spirit. Repeating this one, past memories. In my heart, I honor the memory of those I have loved and those dear to me who have passed on or are no longer part of my physical life, yet remain an eternal part of God's presence within me, with which I am one. The next affirmation is time and space. In fond memories of those close to me at some time in my life, I declare that neither the illusion of time and space separates them from me in the consciousness of God within me. And this is such a key, because when I see people who have gone through a transition of a loved one or a death, many of them are in so much suffering and feel so much loss that they think they've lost touch with them. But in reality, that presence and that spirit of the loved one is right there with them, if they could just get past the suffering and the darkness and be open to the light of the spirit of the loved one. Repeating this, in fond memories of those close to me at some time in my life, I declare that neither the illusion of time or space separates them from me in the consciousness of God within me. This also goes into the fact that it's all one eternal moment. And in that eternal moment, that presence is there. And that reunion with the loved one's already there. And those memories that happened are right here, all within this one moment of space and time. The next affirmation is love. To special people who are part of memories past and memories to be lived in the future, I send you my love. You see, love passes through the barriers of time and space. And the love is the greatest gift of a loved one that they can give to you, that they wish to share with you forever. And although the body dies, the love lives on. And when you send that love, there is an energy, a ripple, that goes to that spirit of the loved one that is felt and received in some part. Memorial Days. On Memorial Days, I especially take time to go back over the years to thank those who have meant so much to me in my life. So this isn't just about the actual Memorial Day when we think of veterans. But Memorial Days can be the birthday of a loved one, the day someone passed on. It can be special days, maybe an anniversary if you were married. All of those are special days to be remembered, and sometimes they can bring a lot of suffering and pain as the person remembers how special that birthday was once and that person isn't with them. But if on those days, instead of suffering, you make it a special day of celebration of the wonderful time you had, the love that was shared, and send that love out and make a special time to meditate, maybe light a candle, then it becomes a very special, sacred day. Memorial Days again repeated. On Memorial Days, I especially take time to go back over the years to thank those who have meant so much to me in my life. And the other part of that sentence, such a powerful sentence there, is the gratitude, because it's so nice to thank those who have given you their love. The next one's war. For those who I have not known but who have sacrificed a portion of their body, mind, and or entire physical life in honor, in gratitude eternally. Repeating that. For those who I have not known but who have sacrificed a portion of their body, mind, or eternal physical life for me, I honor in gratitude eternally. And this is a hard one for some people, because some people feel that war is wrong, and war is bad, and death is bad, and they poo-poo the whole thing, and I can understand that. I agree, war is a really painful, awful experience with many loss of many lives. But that does not take away from the fact that people have given their lives for causes that have helped for us to be here now. So on Veterans Day, on Memorial Day, it's always good to recognize and give thanks for those who have sacrificed their life. The next one's realization. I realize that whatever life I am currently living will be part of my future memories. And thus, I am especially motivated to express my love, friendship, affection, and gratitude to those close to me in the present who will be part of my memories of the future. There was a song about, live this day as if it's your last one. And really that's a very good attitude, because we don't ever know when something's going to happen. And if we live each day to the fullest, as if it is our last day, and if we're really kind and loving to everyone, what a really purposeful life we will lead. Repeating realization, I realize that whatever life I am currently living will be part of my future memories. And thus, I am especially motivated to express my love, friendship, affection, and gratitude to those close to me in the present who will be part of my memories in the future. And I know those who have lost loved ones and sometimes wish they had been a little more loving or a little more kind or had said this or that. They sometimes wish they had said it, and they still can say it after the person's moved on in a letter, in spirit. But how nice to be able to appreciate the memories as they happen. My mother used to have a phrase that she used quite often. She's creating happy memories. We're creating happy memories. And that was really important to her, and those were, indeed, all those years ago, things that happened were happy memories. So if you try to make every day have some happy memory and create happy memories, then you have a treasure chest of beautiful moments that you can always cherish. The next one's eternity. Whatever has been or will be lives in one eternal moment of God's presence in oneness with my soul. So this is talking about the now, that eternal moment of now, where the entire existence is present. Ram Dass said, be here now. That book made him worldwide recognition famous, and now he's close to passing on, and he's able to be very, very recognizing of that moment. This moment is one eternal moment. The moment that he wrote the book, Be Here Now, this eternal moment right now is the same. It's just a various angle or reflection, all different little cellular energy parts within this one eternal moment of now. And we can see it sometimes as a bigger picture when we do pass on. That's why it's possible when we're having our last reflection of our life, a past life review, we can see the entirety of our life within moments, because that is part of that moment right now. So it's very important to recognize the power of this very moment, repeating the affirmation, whatever has been or will be lives in one eternal moment of God's presence, in oneness with my soul. And the last affirmation here is an affirmation on future memories. I honor God's presence from my divine origin, in whom memories of past, present, and future coexist as one eternal moment. And again, that's recognizing that power of the moment and making these happy memories. Future memories, I honor God's presence from my divine origin, in whom memories of past, present, and future coexist as one eternal moment. It's very interesting when you do a past life recall of how you, for that moment, can look and experience what was going on in that life without being engaged, but as if you're seeing a movie and recognizing it and remembering it. And you can do that also into the future. I have seen future moments where, as if in a dream, I really was able to see things happening. Before I moved to where I live in Hawaii, I saw myself in these beautiful, dreamlike islands, living there, trying to figure out, well, what's that about? And I had no idea at the time, consciously, but my soul knew what was going to be happening and was able to relay it. And we can have dreams of the future. We can have visions of the future as well as visions of how we lived the past. My father passed on when I was 12 years old, and he came to my mother 3 days after he died and kissed her on the forehead and said to her in spirit, "There is a forever." And that is talking also about this eternal moment of now. This forever holds it all. And there is no end. There's a forever just waiting for all of us, and it's here right now. And we can have that spirit of the forever moment where we can enjoy and have gratitude and bless those who are not here forever in body, but are there forever in spirit. How would you know? And sometimes people say, well, how do I really know if the presence of a loved one is there? Now, we're talking about something different than what most people say are ghosts, right? But you can tell, this is the way I kind of know that someone is there in spirit and present. I feel this breeze, this heavenly energy, this energy that comes, almost swirls around and feels like it's something, definitely a presence, but not visible, but there, and carries a very high frequency. So you feel this presence in a breeze or this energy field that comes to you. Another is a sign that many people have heard of. A feather is seen that drops. A butterfly. Or a favorite song comes on. I program KUOS FM, a station we have in Sedona. The University of Sedona is under the one that takes care of the programming. I program, actually, and it is under the auspices of the University of Sedona. But I put all the music in, and there's thousands and thousands of songs there. And a very close loved one passed on recently. And I was listening to the station, and I also do lots of CDs, and I'd had him speak a poem of mine on a song, with the song, and it came on the radio, and I'd never heard it on the station before. And there was that voice of his, speaking words that I had written to me. It was a magical, transforming moment. Also, sometimes an object, a special object maybe that was given, a gift that you just happened to find again that was lost. And in dreams, of course. We know in dreams that these memories we're creating and experiences with loved ones often come in dreams. And you will know when it's that, because it seems like you're really on the astral plane, on a different level, where they come and you have this beautiful moment of experiencing each other, and it's such joy to know that they are there with you. Sometimes you don't want to wake up. But I've had this experience with many of my loved ones who have passed on. This person who I'm going to be doing a tribute to soon, who passed on, was a very close friend. And I was walking in the neighborhood on a special little pathway that has trees. And it was sunset, and there's these beautiful mystical mountains called the West Maui Mountains. And the sun was close to setting, and I saw this beautiful light come down before the sun went behind the mountains, this radiant ray of light and a burst of this, those rays that come down, the beautiful rays of light, and one just poured right down to me. There was a beam of light from that sun. And I knew this was about 5 days after the passing of my friend. And one touched my heart. And it just opened up my heart, and I just stood there and watched this fantastic sunset. And then it got better. I felt this love enter my heart, this powerful love that was just bliss. And then I saw the rays of sun going upwards in thousands of brilliant light. And I just remembered that there was indeed the passing into the light, this ultimate love, this presence of love that was so divine. It was enlightening. And then the sun slowly set, and I really recognized that this was a beautiful way of saying farewell. And although it was farewell, for the moment I knew that we would meet again in spirit. And it was such a blessing. And it's only possible if you're really open to these experiences. If you have fear and if you stop or turn away, then that love that you can experience is not possible. So it's so nice to be open to the power of a person who's going back to meet the one source of all. The homecoming to God is such a beautiful experience, and we can be part of that farewell process, and we can send our love and be the ones that kind of hold the space for that journey onward. And if we're grieving and upset, we close ourselves off to that. We need to step out of the feeling of loss and instead realize that we are gaining. We're gaining a wonderful angel presence, a guardian angel, a presence in our life that we can always call upon, that is always there for us, that we can always send love to. Let's do a meditation here, going into that feeling. Let's take a few very deep, clearing breaths. Breathe deeply in. And breathe out. Relax, and let go of any stress that you might feel. Breathe in the light of love. Breathe that light, that holy light, right into your heart right now. Let that love come into your heart, and put your hand in your heart and feel that love opening up your heart. Feel that golden light of the presence, and be one with the presence of God right now. Feel that presence and allow that presence to relieve you of any burdens or any stress or any suffering. Just breathe out, and let it go into the heart of God. Breathe in and breathe out anything that is closing your heart out. Let it go, release it, and breathe in this moment a beautiful memory. Breathe in the presence of a loved one that you love, and let their spirit be with you right now. Feel that presence of love. Let that presence bring you the light that is the source of all light. The love that is the source of all love. If there's any message or question or anything that is part of what you need to release or forgive, let it go now. Ask that any blocks be completely released. Anything that needs forgiveness, forgive it now. And feel the healing and the openness as you are redeemed to that love that you truly are. That you are awakened to this healing presence of love. Let it fill every single cell of your body. Let it fill your mind and your emotions and your heart and your soul. And now go into that presence of silence within. Be still and know the truth that you are part of God, and that life goes on and on. There is no death. There is only the changing of these time-stamp form. Believe it. Release anything holding you back from the love that is eternal, right now present in your heart and soul. And now feel the energy. Allow that energy to be with you whenever you need to call upon it. Slowly come out of meditation. Feel the change in the energy field that you have now experienced. And say this wonderful thank you, God, to that presence, the true spirit of your loved one. Thank them right now. And always remember, you're never alone. That presence of love is always there to protect and guide you, to help you to connect with loved ones, to heal your heart. This love is there inside you. The presence of God is inside you. The presence of Spirit is there forever. We're experiencing a lot of transition. Many of our loved ones are passing on. Many of our teachers are passing on. And it's up to us to continue the legacy and to be in touch with the truth of who we are, to show the way, to leave that doorway open to the new dawn. Let's close out this time today with the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. This is the translation from the Aramaic, one of many, by John Mark Harmer. Father, Mother of the Cosmos, shimmering light of all, focus your light within us as we breathe your holy breath. Enter the sanctuary of our hearts, uniting within us the sacred rays of your power and beauty. Let your heart's desire unite heaven and earth through our sacred union. Help us fulfill what lies within the circle of our lives today. Forgive our secret fears as we freely choose to forgive the secret fears of others. Let us not enter into forgetfulness, tempted by false appearances. For from your astonishing fire comes the eternal song, which sanctifies all, renewed eternally in our lives and throughout creation. We seal these words in our hearts, committed in trust and faith. And we say, Amen. I'm going to play a song I wrote called There Is a Forever for you to listen to. I want to thank you for listening. Spiritual Mind Power Affirmations is a book written by Dr. Paulos Masters, and you can find out more about all of these subjects at metaphysics.com. And you can get the book on Amazon, plus his first book and his latest one, Meditation Dynamics. I have 50 of these different talks at mysticalperspectives.com, where you can listen to all of the talks for free. God bless you in light and love always.